G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bitcoin news with the fast facts. We have 120k in play, according to some. Trump has gone degen with launching a high-yield DeFi product. Someone smash bought $60 million of Bitcoin yesterday. They now hold $450 million in the bag. The Wall Street ETF kids, they spewed a whole lot of coins onto the floor yesterday, while BlackRock stood strong and had zero outflows. Nayib Bukele made the cover of Time magazine. Well done. Looking like a boss. Dennis Porter is sending cryptic tweets out about the Democratic Party getting ready to actually embrace Bitcoin. We shall see. A solo miner found a block. Dell did not buy. And Bitcoin is the 6th top monetary asset in the world. It looks like we may hit 60k live. Let's get straight into it. Play a little video of Trump, a world liberty fi. We'll come back to it, but 17 seconds.
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet. They want to choke you. They want to choke you out of business. We're not going to let that happen.
We'll come back to it and what he has planned. Shout out to everyone watching live, watching the replay. If you can smash the like button on your way in this morning. Good morning, James Lavish. Deficit spending will not end. The federal debt will forever grow. And currency debasement will always follow. This is the life of a fiat currency. Have a great day. Ash Crypto breaking. Global liquidity reached new all-time high record on $95 trillion. Bitcoin always follows global liquidity. So Bitcoin to $125,000 plus very soon. TikTok next block. Now, Bitcoin overflow in regards to Dell. The earnings call is on to the Q&A now. No mention of Bitcoin in the main presentation. I guess that's a wrap. No Dell Bitcoin this time. Well, we were hoping for some excitement, but I think we all knew it was a long shot. Back to head down and stack and sat. That's why we need to buy, stack, and chill. We've got 59, 69, 69 in the back. How does it get any better than that? Bitcoin is still pumping regardless that Dell did not buy, and we don't need any heroes. There are no heroes in Bitcoin. It's just individuals getting the bag. Schnatter, yes, it sucks to work for someone else in the fiat world. Yes, it sucks that Bitcoin is so obvious, but nobody wants to listen. You know what will suck even more? That in the future, nobody will accept government-controlled coupons for Bitcoin. We're all lucky to have this opportunity. Do not mess this up. Stack and chill. Now, Vivek, somebody just bought $60 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday from Binance. They now hold over 450 million in Bitcoin. Very similar size bag to all of El Salvador. I wonder who that person is. The US ETFs yesterday, they sold 1,782 Bitcoin. ARK, they sold over 1,000. Other major ETFs sold 150 each, except BlackRock, which had zero outflows. BlackRock never sells. I wonder what messaging Larry Fink and the team are providing to the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF holders. They've had zero outflows the whole time. It's pretty peculiar when everyone else is having huge drawdowns. Now, Nayib Bukele, well done. Wearing a dark suit. So look, more authoritarian. Time magazine. He made the cover. Well done. How Salvador President Nayib Bukele became the world's most popular authoritarian, the strong man. Stacey Herbert, same vibes. Paul Graham. This looks like some shot of a dystopian movie. The symmetry, shininess, the flags. That looks like cones. The guards with capes. Everything says dictator. Very interesting. Looks like he's doing a whole lot to improve the country. Dictatorship, is it good or bad? Not sure. El Salvador, Bukele says Bitcoin strategy a net positive, but adoption lagged. It hasn't all been rosy. El Salvador, they now hold $400 million in its public wallet alone. President Nayib Bukele said in an interview with Time. What's that mean? In its public wallet alone. Do they have another war chest? Do they have some KYC-free Bitcoin? Bitcoin bought branding, investment, tourism to El Salvador. President Bukele said in a Time magazine interview. The crypto, though, hasn't yet enjoyed the widespread adoption in the country as hoped for, he added. Under Bukele, El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender and started purchasing it as a treasury asset in 2021. Bukele, El Salvador pro-Bitcoin president, said his plan, there's some keywords stuffed into that first line, said his plan to make the country a hotbed for the largest and oldest cryptocurrency has been a net positive, but adoption has fallen short of its expectations. Bitcoin, it has not had the widespread adoption he had hoped for, Bukele said in an interview with Time magazine. I feel that it could have worked better, and there is still time to make some improvements, but it hasn't resulted in anything negative. I like this. El Salvador benefited multiple ways from positioning itself as a Bitcoin-friendly country, while the risks that institutions such as the IMF warned of have yet to materialize. Another stab at the IMF. Well done on that. El Salvador, under Bukele's leadership, became the first nation state to start purchasing Bitcoin as a treasury asset September 2021. It also adopted the crypto as legal tender that year. I'm not going to say it's the currency of the future, but there is a lot of future in that currency, Bukele said. I think there's a huge future in the Bitcoin currency. We'll get into it. It is the sixth largest monetary asset in the whole world. Bitcoin keeps on winning. Bitcoin has gotten to the point where it's sufficiently stable to be used as a store of value. Since COVID, USD has lost 25% of its total value, while Bitcoin is up something like 800%. It's a pretty good store of value, says Bitwise CEO Matt Hogan. We have had Matt Hogan on the show before, and we're going to dive into Trump a little bit further very shortly. But the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF team, they are set to acquire Osprey Bitcoin Trust valued at $120 million. Matt Hogan as well, a little bit of a fun fact when he came on. I said, hey, you have to publish your public address. And they did it. And they gave me credit. So, I don't know. I guess that's my little claim to fame. But as for an ETF provider, a Bitcoin ETF provider, Bitwise, been doing some pretty good things. Still think you need to hold Bitcoin in self-custody as far as they go. It's a pretty good team behind them. $120 million Bitcoin trust they are buying. They keep on winning. Bold Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now the sixth top monetary asset in the world. Gold at 14.81 trillion. That's the only number you really need to look at. We are coming for gold. We have overtaken silver, is now sitting at number 8. We're sitting at 6. We're above the UK. How cool is that? Well above Australia here, Russia, Hong Kong, India, Switzerland. All we need to beat now is Japan, China, the Eurozone, and the US. We're coming for everything. I wonder this cycle, do we take out the US? Huge possibility. Maybe we just move up one spot. Eventually we are going to go up further and further up this chart. Please remember, with governments talking about taxing unrealized gains, how do you feel about third-party institutions knowing everything about your Bitcoin stack? KYC often comes back to haunt you. Today's channel partner, the Bitcoin Way, they can help you buy Bitcoin, KYC free, master your Bitcoin self-custody, run your own node, be self-sovereign, run an air-gap wallet, get your Bitcoin off the exchange, most important thing, but also having that KYC free Bitcoin may be something to look into. If you need any help in any way, the first 30 minutes is free. The team, Tony, Andy, everyone, Michael Jordan, absolutely incredible people to get to know, to be able to help you on your sovereign journey, and they can help you get the second passport if you want to get out of Dodge. Very, very affordable. Now, 2 days ago, 40,000 Bitcoin were withdrawn from Binance, and today, 14,000 Bitcoin have been withdrawn from Coinbase. The march towards the supply shock continues. With Wall Street in general, yes, they had a little bit of an outflow. Sometimes they're buying 10 times the daily amount of Bitcoin supplied, going on and on and on. And when we have more of these green days and when we're hitting at 100K, it's when we start ramjetting up to space, to the moon. I know even my wife yesterday, she's like, does Bitcoin ever go up? Every time I buy, it just keeps going down. I said, yes, honey. But she's getting a little bit nervous. I think we're right on the edge. Maybe we've got a couple more weeks of chop solidation, but it's almost over, in my opinion, unless maybe Harris gets in charge. What happens if Harris or the Democrats get in charge? What are your expectations for it? I don't know if it'll be good straight off the bat. Everything's good for Bitcoin long term, short term, may make it a little bit interesting. So when I started this morning, we're at 59,400. We have come up to 59,553. In the background, we've got 59,692, whichever one you prefer. They're close enough, within $100. But the high in the last 24 hours, 61,150, a low of 58. Shout out to the 58K gang, 58,892. They are losing a whole lot of control at the moment. Get it back for us, send it lower. But just having a look at the chart, absolutely pumped all the way over $61,000. And we are winding up again for another move, another test. Now, a little bit more on Trump. Trump's unofficially launched their crypto project, World Liberty Fi. Face smack with it. Eric Trump, Bitcoin user, I probably agree with it. Excited to launch World Liberty Fi. A new era in finances here. Crypto, DeFi, they've gone full degen on us. Trump, Mario, we will make the US the crypto capital of the world. Trump announced on X that he would unveil a plan on Thursday to make the US the crypto capital of the planet, tagging World Liberty Financial. We need to get into some crazy stuff in regards to this. The DeFi project his sons have promoted. Remember, DeFi is meant to be decentralized finance. That's the moniker. That's the ticker. Trump, increasingly interested in crypto, has promised to fire SEC Chair Gary Gensler and create a strategic Bitcoin reserve if elected. Let's definitely get rid of Gensler. If that's the only good that comes from it, fantastic, absolutely. All we need is for people to leave us alone. His sons teased the announcement weeks ago, but details on World Liberty Finance offering and Trump's involvement remain unclear. Source the blog. Trump's new crypto business to offer access to high-yield investments, the website says. What could go wrong? High-yield investments, bloody hell. World Liberty Finance is the only crypto DeFi platform supported by Donald J. Trump, according to the homepage metadata. If this ends in a rug, if it gets hacked, not saying that it will, but if that happens, which happens with most DeFi products, if it fails before he gets elected, if he's going to get elected, does he not get elected due to it because he's gone out on the degen curve? Does it really benefit him? There's very little details, but does it really benefit him to go down this path? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Former US President Donald Trump's mysterious new crypto business plans to offer access to high yield opportunities. Just that alone, for me, is major red flags. We've seen it over and over again. The only crypto DeFi platform supported by Donald J. Trump will connect users to decentralized finance's best tools for secure, high-yield crypto investments. It calls on users to join the financial revolution today. So many red flags going off for me. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I've got an aversion to crypto and DeFi a little bit too much. Let me know your thoughts. Gargoyle Gensler will be moving on regardless of what Trump says. Let's get rid of him. Trump. Now, this is real interesting. So this DeFi, decentralized finance, but a trademark for World Liberty Financial in mid-July also points to the association with DeFi. If you're getting a trademark for something that's decentralized, by default, does that not then mean that it's centralized? If there's a trademark, a company behind it? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. That trademark relates to Trump's crypto venture and directed further inquiries to press officers associated with worldlibertyfinancial.com. We played the video there. Trump and his son Eric have been teasing World Liberty Finance as the Republican presidential candidate's latest foray into crypto. Earlier this week, Trump was more degen. He launched a fourth NFT collection in a bid to repeat his previous $1 million success selling crypto collectibles. Remember also when he's selling these NFTs, it's gone to his personal wallet, and I'm not against capitalism in the slightest. If people are silly enough to buy an NFT and it's lining Trump's pocket, well done. Fair game. Maybe do or do not. That's up to you. But just remember, it goes into his own pocket, not into the election campaign funds. He is also separately promising to make the US crypto capital of the planet if elected. Can we just get rid of crypto and go to Bitcoin? Sorry for my biased review there, but I don't know if it's going to end so well for people. Hopefully it does. I'm going to stay optimistic until we find out. And this is why. Parker Lewis pretty much sums it up. A blockchain is only valuable in the context of money. Bitcoin and its blockchain are independent. One is not valued without the other, and economics converge on one form of money. Therefore, only one blockchain is valuable. Bitcoin, not blockchain. Read more. I will repost this at Sean Clark 911 for everyone. Congratulations, solo miner. It was not a bidax, but somebody won the block reward. They had 40 petahash, I believe, the PHs reportedly just mined a block with a total hash rate of 640 exahash. That gives the miner about 1/16,000 of the total hash rate. At that ratio, you expect them to mine about 3 blocks per year. They did not a bidax. Lol, yeah, not even close. The guy had the equivalent of over 50,000 bidaxes worth of hash rate. But we do know the bidaxes work. We have seen one miner block. Is it something you should go into, FOMO into, to be able to get? Not to believe that you're going to win a block reward. Maybe you do. Maybe you're that lucky person, but for a little bit of fun to have a foray into mining, not a bad idea. And it's like a perpetual lotto ticket. If you're out there stacking Bitcoin and still buying scratchies, maybe get rid of the scratchies and buy a bidax just in case. But it is possible. Whether it's a large-scale solo miner or a bidax, people are getting those block rewards and supporting the network at the same time. Dennis Porter, be interesting to know what this conversation is, what he is alluding to. I spoke to half the entire congressional delegation from a deep blue state yesterday, all Democrats. Democrats love that Bitcoin is the safe haven in crypto and that it's the most inclusive money in the world. They also love that it's impossible to discriminate through Bitcoin. I wonder if they'll give it a pretty good shot. I don't doubt they said it, but their words are empty. If only I could share more. Is the messaging getting to the top of the party? Bottom up is greater than top down. We'll see what comes of that and if they actually change their tune and if it's going to be good. At the moment, I remain so skeptical. Remain skeptical of all politicians until it's passed into law or regulation and we're given the green light. I remain skeptical. However, I do believe electing Camilla personally, it's probably not as favorable for Bitcoin to leave us alone like Trump will for the next couple of years. But no politician's going to save anyone. Please just opt out, buy, stack and chill, do it yourself, be your own sovereign individual. If you are buying Bitcoin to make a profit, you still don't get it, you're close but not quite there, keep at it, read the books. And realize Bitcoin is the money people use in property as a store of value. Not going down so well, Sam. Millions of dollars worth of Aussie homes have been seized for mortgagee sales, from McMansions to townhouses and inner city apartments, as data shows. 100 suburbs in trouble. Won't touch onto this too much. The reason I bring this up on the Bitcoin show, I'll read it first and sum it up. Stunning mortgagee sales up for grabs as 100 suburbs in trouble. Two things. Millions of dollars worth of Aussie homes have been seized for mortgagee sales, from McMansions to townhouses and inner city apartments, as data shows 100 suburbs in trouble. So realestate.com.au, big like real estate website here. Listings show close to 50 properties and everyone's panicking. 50 properties already listed as mortgagee sales. A jump from more than 30 2 months ago, with S&P Global Ratings expecting more to come after naming the 10 worst postcodes in Australia for home loan arrears, covering over 100 suburbs, where owners could soon be forced to hit the market in distress sales. That's why you never go leveraged long. You just buy Bitcoin as a store of value, hold Bitcoin as a store of value. These fiat games, the housing market, it is overvalued, it's overheated. However, with the amount of money printing, it may keep going up. But with the rates and when they stuff around with the monetary system, it is very hard to be able to know what you're doing. When you hold Bitcoin as a bearer asset, there's no more costs associated with it. Maybe a little bit of education on protecting it at all costs. There's no maintenance, no upkeep, no rates to be able to pay, no interest rates to be able to pay, like home loan rates, land rates here in Australia. It's absolutely insane. So maybe people are waking up that it is not the best investment. The game theory of decentralization in the world continues. I actually am looking forward to meeting Mark Moss at Cheat Code there in Sydney in October. Let us know if you are going to that, if you are in Australia. But the game theory of the decentralization in the world continues, protecting power over progress. Some nations are actively working to recruit new productive people. It's definitely not Australia. Other nations are protecting their power at the expense of technological progress and growth. Sort of sounds like Australia. They can shut down the internet, attack disruptive companies, ban Bitcoin, hold on to power a little longer, but they end up like North Korea, while the rest of the world gets ahead. Global game theory will have consequences. So what's happened is Brazil freezes the Starlink bank accounts to seize fines levied on X. Everyone's favorite Voldemort, aka Minister Alexandra, has ordered the financial accounts of Starlink, Elon's satellite internet company, to be... Let's find out where it was. To be blocked in Brazil due to the absence of a legal representative. But in reality, it's a money grab. Hopefully you got some unconfiscatable FU money, which is Bitcoin. Super easy. You buy, you stack, you chill, and you relax. And you don't need to worry about the banks. Yesterday I was in the banks. It was pretty funny. Went into one bank yesterday and they had a big sign, the best investment is you. Yes, you definitely need to invest in yourself, but also you need to invest in Bitcoin. In my opinion, not financial advice. Second bank that I went into, they had a TV going on and the screen was buzzing about and it said no signal. I'm like, 100% there is no signal in the bank accounts. And then I had a lady call me with another bank account trying to do some stuff. It's just so antiquated and it is not for freedom, and it's just a time sink in general. There's zero signal within the banks. Block height, 859,004. Exchange rate, 59,600 sats per USD. We're still at 1,678. Market cap, $1.18 trillion. I wonder how high this is going, this cycle. I reckon 3 to 4 trillion is my guess. It's not a prediction. May or may not happen, but 3 or 4 trillion I reckon we get. Previous adjustment went up 3% one day ago. Average block time, look at that, perfect. TikTok, next block, 10 minutes and 2 seconds. And public reachable nodes, 19,406. Learn to run your own node. I need to get this plugged in. I should get back into the studio. Fingers crossed today. But be your own bank. Have a Swiss bank account in your pocket. It's the best way to be able to verify and trust that the Bitcoin that you supposedly have is actually yours. Last block, 3 seconds ago. Smashing it. Oh, and bloody good news. Boss, hashtag math. He's back for the win. If you are over on X, reach out to Foss. Coax him back in. We need him back in the space. I think with Foss coming back, the bull run is now confirmed officially. If he hangs around. And we already watched this one of Trump. Let us know what your thoughts are. That's the Bitcoin news with the fast facts. If you hang around for a little bit of a banter, g'day. If you are heading off, do something nice for yourself, for somebody else. If you can smash the like button and hit subscribe if we vibe. Biggest takeaway for today, buy, stack, and chill. Being a degen like Trump has been, whether that plays out good or bad, I don't know. I definitely remain skeptical and will not be participating myself, but we'll see. And we'll find out if it helps or hinders him long term and helps or hinders the space long term. We'll see. Anyway, shout out to everyone watching live, watching the replay. Johnny Midas, Greetings brother Sean, Mick Lovin in the house, Michael, Andrew, g'day. Good to see you, Mick Lovin, Johnny Midas, Earth Bum. Good to see you, as always. Live in here, got notifications, locked in, chairs, stack sats. Yeah, make sure you hit that little notification bell to be alerted when I go live. And let us know if you're watching on X or YouTube on this glorious day. Gargle, g'day, fellow plebs. Hello, mate. Exit. good to see you this morning, Retro Beaver. The more governments lose control, the more tyrannical they'll become. Opt out with Bitcoin. Another good reason to have a plan B. A second citizenship, actually not that expensive, like really not that expensive for your sovereign individual freedom going into the future, and maybe you never, ever need to use it. But what if you do? At that time, it's too late to get one. So maybe reach out, just have a chat with the Bitcoin way. Jason Mercer in the house. Good morning. BlackRock ETF holders don't care about drawdowns. They are not traders. They are hodlers. They collect assets and don't sell them just to borrow against them, which is why Saylor says traders are low IQ. Trade everything else for Bitcoin. Don't try time the tops and the bottoms. All these graphs, all the models, they will be broken, whether it's this cycle or eventually. They're all destroyed. Every single one. Volatility is just part of the game. Just DCA and chill. Absolutely. It's a feature, not a bug. No one is boring me out of my Bitcoin. Patience is my middle name. Yeah, I think it's about to get very, very exciting very, very quickly. Good evening, brothers and sisters. That's a tongue twister. Bring back the 40s. If only. Stack as much as possible. Never sell. That's my strategy. Croc, good to see you, brother. Talking about arriving late to the party. Nice scam, Trump Jr. Hey, gang, E-Booty in the house. E-Boot. Bitcoin Buddha. Nice to see you. Some legends in the chat. Darius, Brainiac, S-Coin President. It's looking that way. Very much so. What did we expect? What did we think is going to come in here and just send the Bitcoin signal over and over and over again? I understand that's not his job. He's a human. I don't know. They're not coming to save us. I know that for a fact. They're not coming to save us. If he leaves us alone the most, makes it more favorable, absolutely fantastic, probably better than the other option. Are there great options in general? No. One's better than the other, though. Gensler will be moving on, I hope so. Trump DeFi is not a matter of failing or not failing. It's about when, my opinion as well. Exit. I gained 20% on my token, but my token lost 80% to the dollar. I need an explanation. Pass me with the DeFi manager before I go personally to your headquarters. What is your address again? Bitcoin's blockchain is an amazing invention, but just like the internet, only about 1% of the world realizes this fact. Yeah, it's that slowly, then suddenly, when more and more people are waking up to the money being broken. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with an old employer. I was talking about Bitcoin and talked a lot, really good friend, really great person, about Bitcoin, a hell of a lot. And he said, are you just trying to get me into a Ponzi scheme? And I laughed and I said, you know, the dollar's a Ponzi scheme, right? It's backed up by nothing apart from the military. Didn't believe me, still hasn't put in the time to read the books, but I don't know, eventually people realize, hopefully not too late, especially as this gentleman's nearing retirement age as well. That's really scary. I don't know if the dollar's going to be, maybe it is going to be around 10, 20 years, but it's definitely not going to be as strong as what it is now. I think the currency, the fiat that you have today is going to have the greatest amount of purchasing power. It's strong. And we're going to see that reflected. Buying Bitcoin now at this price, 59,453. It's gone down a little bit. I thought we were going to touch 60K. Maybe 60K is still in play. The lower, the better. But buying or exchanging fiat now while you still can at such a remarkable cheap price and still getting about 1,600 sats per US dollar, it's a good deal. Maybe one day you can't buy Bitcoin, or the price is going to be so much higher and the fiat's going to be worth less and less and less because fiat is worthless. I don't know. That's the way I think about it. No, it's technology, but that doesn't change the fact that it's amazing. Bitcoin is the invention of the century. The more the government keeps freezing people's assets, the more appealing Bitcoin is. One day, Elon will get it. My belief is he already gets it. With Elon Musk trolling on X, removing that Bitcoin hashtag, to me, that signals that he's paying attention. And I wonder if at a certain point, this hypothetical or maybe a little bit of hopium, but maybe like Q4, Q1 next year, Q4 this year, Q1 next year, he comes out and says, hey, we're ready to start accepting Bitcoin again. Maybe he's waiting until after the election. I don't know. There's still speculation. and then he gives us the Bitcoin B back on the hashtag? Maybe. Then he comes out and then pumps it, and maybe that starts to lead to the top of the market. Or he comes out with his FUD, nah, just tricking. We're not accepting Bitcoin anymore. Either way, I truly do believe Elon Musk owns Bitcoin, personally. We know Tesla has, and they haven't sold any. And I reckon they may enter the space again, this cycle. What are your thoughts? Bought a bunch of those future bit Bitcoin miners. They're a node plus miner combo, pretty cool, with little 200-watt silent miners. How cool. Bitcoin is not just somewhere to store your time and energy. It's a revolution, 100%. Sale dog in the house, sup G, like a bull out of the gate. Dental Town, Launceston. Have I read that right? Is that down in Tassie? Is that where you are? I should be going to Tassie next year. Talk to 100 companies in Australia. Don't pay tax, and we've gone red. Nice time to be able to smash that buy button. Keep stacking, everyone. And BTC in the house, top 100. Jason Mercer trolling me with the book. Still have not been there. Jason Mercer did win this exact copy of The Hidden Cost of Money. It's sitting here. It's ready. I'll try get to the post office today. Otherwise, I'm away for a week. So it may or may not happen. But it's coming your way, Jason. I promise. Anyway, that's the Bitcoin news with the fast facts. Next week will be a little bit up and down. We are going over to the island, a week of snorkeling, unwinding. We do it every year, go to the Great Barrier Reef. I was a dive master, used to run underwater jet skis, sea bobs and stuff. So I spent like 7 years full-time on the Great Barrier Reef. We look out at it every day, and I miss it every single day. So we go over to the reef for a week. I will live stream. I'll take the traveling podcast setup. I'll keep everyone informed both on X and YouTube and the post section on the time to it. Maybe a little bit loose. If there's any breaking news, I will smash out a live as well. We will still go live, but it'll be a little bit more informal. Just as a PSA, Elon loves his doggy coin. He does. He's a degen. Everyone, thank you very much. It's such a glorious today. Please do something nice for yourself, for somebody else. Buy, stack, and chill. Sun, surf, sand, steak, sex, stack sats. It's all gravy, baby. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Everything seemed normal. Successful businesses were functioning as they usually should. Money was being placed in the bank as savings. Life was good. Nobody notices anything funny. But 2008 hits and all hell breaks loose. Everything we thought about money and the banking was a complete lie, a complete sham, a Ponzi, a scam. The whole world fell apart and a lot of people got hurt financially. And as a result of this, the Bitcoin white paper was born. But yet the same mistakes keep happening over and over again. People are leaving money on their institutions up until the last straw, FTX, when billions of dollars were lost, families were decimated, life savings were completely wiped, and people were wondering what on earth just happened. We have an option to take full custody of our funds, and that's Bitcoin. We just have to learn the process. It's not hard. It's just something we've never had to do before. Otherwise, the same mistakes are going to keep repeating themselves, and people are going to continue to get hurt over and over and over until they learn you need to exit the system in order to protect yourselves and your loved ones.